They said the video had no origin, no upload date, no creator tag, and no comments, yet it appeared one night on my phone at exactly 2:17 a.m., auto-playing without sound. A grainy black and white clip of a woman standing with her back turned in a room that looked too familiar, like my childhood home, but wrong in ways I couldn't explain. The walls breathing subtly, the shadows bending inward. The clock on the wall ticking backward, and, though I tried to close it, my screen froze as white static whispered beneath the silence forming, words that crawled into my skull rather than onto the screen. 7 days after which, the woman slowly turned her head, not her body, just her head, twisting farther than a human neck should allow until her face came into view, or what was left of it, skin stretched tight like wet paper over bone, eyes missing yet somehow staring directly at me. And then the video ended, my phone returning to normal as if nothing had happened. Except my reflection in the black screen blinked half a second too late. I laughed it off the next morning, blamed sleep paralysis or some cursed ad experiment. Until my friend Arjun called, voice shaking, asking if I'd sent him a video because he'd received something identical, and his exact words were, "She's standing in your house, isn't she?" Which made my stomach drop because I hadn't told him that detail. And when I rushed to his place, I found him pale and sweating, replaying the clip on loop as if unable to stop. Each replay revealing something new, a door appearing where none existed before. A shadow behind the woman growing taller. The walls inching closer and etched into the final frame, barely visible, were coordinates that pointed directly to our town. On the second day, my TV turned on by itself at 2:17 a.m., playing the same footage but longer. The woman now closer to the camera, her footsteps audible despite no sound being enabled. Wet and heavy, like something dragging itself across the floor, and I noticed the furniture in the video matched my living room exactly, down to the cracked mug on the table, which was impossible because I had moved it hours earlier, yet there it was exactly where it had been yesterday. By the third day, I stopped sleeping because every reflective surface showed her behind me, always slightly out of sync. And my phone gallery filled with screenshots I never took, all showing different angles of my house from impossible perspectives inside the walls. Beneath the floorboards, above the ceiling fan, and each image carried a timestamp counting down for days remaining. While news reports quietly mentioned unexplained deaths, people found with their eyes burned black and mouths stretched open as if screaming. All of them reported to have watched a strange video days earlier. Desperate, I searched the dark web, where I found whispers of an urban legend called the Seventh Frame. A cursed recording said to be older than the internet, copied endlessly yet never degraded, a ritual rather than a file. And the rule was simple. Watch it, and the woman comes for you on the 7th day, unless you pass it on. Though even then survival wasn't guaranteed, because she didn't just kill bodies. She erased proof of existence, bank records, photos, memories until the victim had never existed at all. On the fourth day, Arjun vanished mid-sentence while we were on a video call, his face freezing in terror as something tall and crooked emerged behind him on screen, its limbs bending the wrong way, its mouth opening far wider than human anatomy allowed, and the call ended, his number disconnected. His social profiles wiped clean as if he'd never lived, yet I still remembered him, which according to the legend meant I was next. The video returned that night. Now, in full color, the woman's skin bruised purple and black. Hair hanging in clumps, her head snapping upright as she whispered my name despite no audio track existing, and behind her stood me, or a version of me, eyes hollow, smiling too wide, holding my phone as if filming the scene. By the fifth day, the walls of my house began to resemble the video's room. Corners stretching, doors appearing where there were none, the air thick with the smell of rot, and every screen ATM displays. Traffic lights, shop monitors flickered briefly to show her face closer each time, until strangers began staring at me, as if they could see something crawling over my shoulders, frantic. I tracked the coordinates from the video to an abandoned broadcasting station outside town, where I found a decayed VHS tape labeled only with a hand-drawn eye symbol, and beside it, a journal written by a former technician who described filming a safety broadcast decades ago. When a woman wandered onto the set, screaming that something was following her. And when the camera rolled, whatever hunted her was captured too, hiding between frames, learning to move through recorded images, evolving as technology did, feeding on attention, fear, and replay. The sixth day arrived with relentless rain and power outages, and at 2:17 a.m., the video played on every device in my house simultaneously. The woman now standing at my bedroom door inside the recording, while my real door creaked open in perfect sync, her footsteps echoing closer from both realities as the countdown reached one day. And I realized the final rule too late. Passing the video didn't save you. It only delayed her while she finished feeding on someone else, and now she was done. On the seventh night, as my phone vibrated with one final notification play, me understood the truth hidden in the seventh frame. The only way to survive was to replace her, to be recorded in her place. So the curse would continue, and as she emerged from the screen, her body unraveling into static and bone. I lifted the camera toward myself, terror and resignation blending as the world behind me darkened, the lens capturing my scream as she stepped free, flesh-reforming eyes restored. And when the recording ended, the woman stood whole again, calm and waiting, while somewhere someone else's phone lit up at 2:17 a.m., autoplaying a video of a man standing with his back turned, counting down 7 days.